So here we are with a version of Zombie Nation by Kernkraft 400, and the task ahead of you is to recreate first the bass sound and then the Kernkraft riff, which comes in at bar 25. So let's just have a quick listen to the original from the bass line here. So quite bassy. It's a great sound actually. We're not going to get that close to it, but you'll get the idea. Right, so here's the part and here's the bass sound. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start from scratch. So I'm just going to double click, create a new instrument, ES1 in this case, monophonic, and this is going to be our basic sound, and then I'll just move all these MIDI notes to that part, and let's just see what we got. Just solo that out. Okay, so doesn't sound anything like it at the moment. We've got to kind of edit it here, so let's just go have a quick look through the ES1 so we can get an idea of what it works. We've got our oscillator here, as we've described in the last video. We've also got a sub oscillator, which is an octave or 2 octaves below the main octave. So if I move up to, this is just the oscillator, and then you've got the sub oscillator. So we can mix between them. We can choose obviously the waveforms here. So we could choose a square wave for that. And we'll use a square wave for the bottom as well. Okay. And then we can change the octave with this here. This is the amounts. This is the octave. So the lower the number, the higher the octave. The higher the number, the lower the octave. So if we go 32, see it's very low indeed. 16, a bit higher. This is actually to do with pipe organs. So the deeper the longer the pipe, the deeper the note, basically. So 32-foot pipe would be really low, 16-foot pipe, a bit higher. Okay, so let's just go to 8, around there. So that's around a basic kind of sound we've got. Doesn't sound quite nice. Let's try 4. There you go, that's not too bad. Okay, so next thing we're going to take away. We're going to take away some of the sounds we don't want, so we're going to use the cutoff here. There we go. Resonance, let's play with it. It's not too bad. Let's turn up the drive, which is basically like gain, if you like, distortion. It'll add some kind of saturation, make it sound a bit heavier, and I can move these around. You can change the sounds. So this is like a personal taste, really. Just experiment between oscillators and mixing between high oscillator and sub. Maybe change the octave. So you can see all these different changes make quite a radical change to the sound. So I'll go back to my square wave on 4, on 8. That's alright. So now I'm just going to make it sound a little bit smoother with the ADSR envelope. So I'm going to increase the release time so the notes die away a bit slower. So it starts sort of rolling like that. There you go. So if I had that really short, you start hearing that clicking as well, which is a kind of an artifact of subtractive synthesis if your attack and release times are too short. Okay, next. That's pretty much all I need to do with that. You can change the cutoff a bit, resonance, play with that, and that's essentially, and oscillators. So that's pretty much your bass sound. Now you want to add a bit of reverb to it, so I've put a reverb on bus 1, so add a little bit of that. So it makes it sound a bit more epic. And then we will we're going to put some chorus over it, which is a modulation effect that makes it thicker, mono to stereo. There we go, we can change the mix, intensity. And that's it, that's the bass sound. So have a go at that, and in the next video we're going to look at the main Kernkraft riff.